Shoot, sorry. Oh, gosh, I'm all over the place. Good morning. Welcome, yeah. Gahira told me you'd be coming today. Sorry, I'm a little, was just catching a nap under a tree. Welcome to my little slice of heaven. My name's Bron Greenwood, but if you found yourself all the way out here, you probably knew that. Gahira told me that someone would be coming out here to hear what happened in Blackmist about 20 years ago or so by my count. Well, I suppose I'm probably in the best position to tell you about that. But before we get into that, you should probably know a little bit about more about who I am. Again, Bron Greenwood, pleasure to meet you. I am the head arbiter at the Arbiters Guild within Orcoshku in Majutvarg. Oh, you're from out of town. Hold on, just a second. Let me get a map here. Just 1 second. Oh. There we go. This is Majutvarg, otherwise known as the Great Chain of Orcish Lands. It's a place that has changed hands many, many times between the elves and the Kolo and all sorts of folks. And a few hundred years ago, the orcs got together, the various different clans, and have unified it. And ever since then, we've been flourishing. There's one place in particular, Orcoshku, it's where I'm from. You can see it right there. But that's not where our story takes place. The story takes place in the southern part of Majutvarg, and as well as the archipelago off of the southern coast. Now, you might be wondering to yourself, do they call it an archipelago? And obviously I do, because I have good taste. Alright, so, but you didn't come here to hear me ramble. You came here to, well, hear me ramble about something else. But since I'm gonna be a character in the story, I think my voice would get a little bit confusing if we, was both narrator and player, so, could ask a friend of mine to give me a little bit of help with this. Hey, GM? Hey. GM, are you back there? There we go. Hey, sorry about that, technical difficulties. It's a new system, what can you do? Anyway, let's get right down to it. Like Bron said, the story begins about 20 years ago, well, with him, so let's take a peek. Bron was traveling in a small, terrible, bad, really understocked raft down Majutvarg towards the southern coast. He was taking a peek at everything. He was looking around, feeling the cool lake air hit his face off of Lake Ronku. The wind was mild. It wasn't too bad, especially for a late spring day. It was actually feeling very warm in those days, and he had no one but himself to keep him company. And as we all know, when you are left on your lonesome, you find out whether or not you're the right type of person to be left alone with. Alright, so let's see here. Okay. I can count the boards again, I can check the sails. Sails are still there. Excellent. What can we do? Bron reached into his armor and pulled out a note. He read it again for probably the 10th or 11th time. Let's see here. Alright. Should be easy enough. Just need to make it to an island hundreds of miles away that is supposedly impossible to get to. Need to establish a resistance among the local populace. Gotta overthrow a cult that has taken over about 90% of the island, last anyone checked. And then report back to Head Arbiter Morin. And then BAM! Promotion is in the bag. He folded up the letter and stuck it back into his pocket. Easy. Got a weapon, got an armor, got weeks with supplies, really shitty raft. Huh. Well, luckily if there's one thing I know how to do, it's hit things with a big hammer. But luckily if there's a second thing I know how to do, it's probably how to brew a mean stout. And if there's a third thing I know how to do, it's how to make sweet, sweet love. And if there's a fourth thing I know how to do, it's how to make nasty love. But luckily if there's a fifth thing I know how to do, it's how to convince people to help and jump in and, you know, all the other arbiter shit they taught us in school. This is gonna be easy. Easy, right? Yeah, I'm gonna need some help with this. Bron reviewed some of the notes he had taken in his dossier, and found out that the Legion had been spotted in the region of southern Orcoshku. Yeah, close enough nearby. Might as well start there. Let's see what we got. Our story at this point cuts over to another champion. A little while after Bron had continued on his journey south, Chrome decided to update right now. Not now, Chrome. Alright. Bron continued on his journey south. And meanwhile, in the Orcoshku territories... Whoops. Where'd it go? Yep. Meanwhile, in the Orcoshku territories... there was another that was formulating a plan to fight against the Legion. Mysterious catfolk warrior named Leon perched himself outside of an abandoned temple. In fact, in a temple to the Codex that he himself worshipped, Ivarik. Codex of learning and of acquiring skills. He peeked into the window and tried to figure out exactly what the next moves of the cultists were. Let's see here. We've got 5 of them chanting. We've got someone in the front, and I can't quite hear it. But I can't risk opening this window lest they find out exactly what I'm up to. Little did he know what terrible, terrible things they were talking about inside. The cultists chanted in near unison, in almost perfect harmony, when the leader up at the front interrupted them with a whack of his baton. No, that won't do. Terrence, you're a little bit flat. Come on, we have to get this chanting right. If we're not doing it properly, then it's not going to be able to summon the Codex of Knowledge. We won't be able to get everything that we want. Come on. I know we've practiced this, and... Gerald, I know that you don't want to be a baritone, you want to be a tenor, but trust me, the baritone is a wonderful, wonderful part. The entire harmony falls apart without it. Just trust me, you'll enjoy it. Okay, boss, I'll do my best. Leon looked from inside. Yes, they could be discussing anything in there. Something evil and dastardly, no doubt. Just then, the front door flew open, and Bron waltzed his way in. Hey, everybody! Hey, everybody! Heard there was some kind of evil cult here. I'm actually looking for, sorry to interrupt, looking for a guy who has been stalking the cult for a while. Has anybody come by trying to, I don't know, announce that they're going to take you down, that they're going to, you know, put a stop to the Legion, into that sort of thing. He's about my height, got this bright blue hair all over his chin. Who in the nine hells are you? My name's Bron Greenwood. Sorry for not introducing myself further. You're evil, and it's my job to kind of get rid of you guys, so if you could just point me to that guy I'm looking for. What are you talking about? There's no one here. Oh, actually, I think he is. I think that's him in the window over there. What? What? And at this point, we are going to run into our streamlined combat system based on Pathfinder 2, but only very loosely. Alright, Bron, you have burst in with some gusto, so you are going to get a chance to go first. Alright, well, I'm going to go forward and ask you to change to the battle music. That seems fine by me. Oh, stick with this one then. No worries. Alright, I'm going to go in and walk up to that first cultist. Hey there, friend. Are you Jerry? Yeah, I am. I hear you might have heard of me. Yeah, I'm really sorry, man. You're a little bit flat. Pow! And I swing my hammer at him. Alright, that is a 23. So that is going to be enough to hit him. You whack Jerry in the face and absolutely destroy him. Oh, bam! Okay, unmade him. Oh my word! He just killed that man! From outside of the window you hear, as Leon is trying to say something. Well, sorry, I can't hear you. I'm here killing cultists. Alright, Leon, since you had been successfully hid, you can go ahead and take the next turn. The first thing I'm going to do is open the window and slip inside. Alright. You are able to do so. Or are you? There we go. I step up to the cultists and I say, wait! You need not turn away from Everweek as such. You can still be saved. You can still come with me. I can show you the correct way. Go ahead and make a persuasion check, and this is going to be extremely hard. I got an 8. Yeah, that is going to be insufficient. The cult's leader looks at you and says, No! What are you all doing here? You're ruining our corporate team-building exercise! Oh, we can't have that. Everyone, get them! Leon, is there anything else for you? I believe you moved, interacted, and tried to persuade, so I believe that is going to be it. So with that, it is going to be the lead cultist's turn. This is preposterous. We didn't even get to the part where we got to sacrifice the tiny, cute animals. Do you have to go and sacrifice the tiny, cute ones? Yes! The cuter they are, the more we can read their entrails. Hey, big kitty guy? Do not call me that. Big cat, you sure that you want to try to redeem these guys? They seem kinda evil as hell. No one is beyond redemption. Well, these guys will be in a little second, as soon as their brains are all over the floor. Silence! Everyone, get them! You are fortunate that the cultists are fairly low level, are not able to muster much. Most of them don't even have weapons, except what seems to be ceremonial daggers. A few of them are going to rush at you, Bron, and are going to attempt to deal you some damage. I actually need you to make a reflex save. Alright. I got a 14. That is going to be barely sufficient. 3 of the cultists rush towards you. Slowly, because my computer's chugging. Oh, Lord. Alright. The 3 of them that are in the pews throw some various daggers at you, and you are going to take 8 points of damage. Ha ha! Ow! Alright, let's see. The leader gave the command, and then he is going to try to hop down and get into the fray. Alright, 4 just chugging today, so we're going to do mostly Theater and Mind stuff. The commander for 2 actions, and rush forward for 1 action, so that is going to be his turn. Bron, you are back up. Alright. I'm going to go and murder some more cultists. You don't have to murder them. I do, though. Alright. Whoops. Some delightfully happy music plays while you try to murder the cultists. Can't help it if my theme song's happy. Alright. There we go. I look at the cultists and tell them, "You're making me angry. You're not gonna like me when I'm angry, and I got a lot of rage coming on. I'm gonna strike the 2 of them. Go for it." With penalties, that is going to be a 19 and a 14. Both those are sufficient. Pop, pop. They are done. Alright. This really is rather gruesome. I'm telling you, you don't need to do this. Well, Leon, it is your turn, so you can try to dissuade him if you can. I would like to preach to them about the words of Everake. You sure you don't want to use any of those weapons? Looks like you got a few nice things on there. You do in fact see that Leon has on one of his hands what appears to be a large set of knives, something it almost resembles like a lion's claws that are attached to him. On his opposite wrist, he has a very small crossbow that has a mechanism looking like it is automated in some way. Brothers in Everake, I implore you, turn back from your wicked ways. This is not what they would want. This cult is misguiding you. And I mean, come on, whenever we've looked at the scriptures, when were they talking about sacrificing tiny animals? Go ahead and try another persuasion check. Actually, no, you can go ahead and do Everake lore. I'm better at that. That is a 21. Alright, so with that, one of the cultists actually looks at you and says, "Hey, you know what, you're right. Screw this. Nah." And he runs away. Alright, I'm just gonna lead him off the map. Right. Alright, Leon, anything else that you'd like to do with your turn? I will try to knock out the head cultist that leapt down. Doing it non-lethally. Go for it. Well, I rolled a 4, so yeah, for a big guy that is unfortunately not going to do it. It is going to be their turn.
You claim to worship Ivrik, but you know nothing. You could know it all, little one. Join the Legion. Join us. It just makes so much sense.
Go ahead and make a will save, Leon. It's trying to do something to your mind. That is a natural 19. You're able to resist him. He's unable to sway you. You feel that he was using some kind of magic on you, but it did not work. Seems about alright. What does the other little guy do? At this point, he just runs away because he was given no commands, and Leon had a pretty good roll. We will get rid of that one. My turn! Hey, thanks for flanking there, buddy. What? That's not what I intended to do! Alright, come on. There we go. I would like to try one more time, if I can. Kind orc, satyr, guy with, oh, nice horns, and why do you have very furry legs? Thank you! Please, just give me one more chance. Alright, I'll delay my turn. Leon, go ahead and try one more time, see if you can convince him. It doesn't have to be this way. You've been corrupted by the Legion. This is not what Ivrik would want. What you're doing is madness. And I rolled a 6. Yeah, that's not gonna do. Yeah, that's not gonna do it. Does he cackle evilly? Oh, he absolutely does. Okay, fine. Hooray! I hit him with a hammer. Oh, I wish I had a camera set up. Literally a natural 20. Yeah, splat, splat, splat. This guy is toast. Hooray! We did it! Ugh, hooray. Alright, y'all are officially out of combat. You may do what you would like. I would like to question whoever the hell this is that just walked into the room. You got it. Hello! Who are you and why are you, barging in here and killing innocent people? I mean, in my defense, they are far, far from innocent. Did you hear that thing about how they were going to sacrifice a bunch of cute animals? Be that as it may, I think you could have tried a little bit harder to not get things so messy. Listen, they're cultists, we're heroes. It's about as clear cut as it gets. They're gonna do some just nasty, nasty stuff if we had let them go. But I'm gonna assume that you are the one I've heard of running around trying to learn as much as you can about the Legion. That I am. My name is Leonard Mon. Oh, kind of like Leo. No, not like anyone. Not like that. I am a completely original person, and there is no one like me in the world. Got it. But you may call me Leon. I come from the island of Blackmist, where the Legion has made their base of power. I managed to escape a few times. How'd you manage to do that? Primarily faking my death over and over again. That tracks. But ever since I escaped, I have spent as much time as I can trying to learn about the Legion, figure out what it is that they've done to Blackmist, how they've corrupted the magic there and made it into this seemingly impenetrable shell. Well, sounds like you and I have something in common then. I wish I could be of help, but it's been well over a year, close to a year and a half now since I left my home, since I saw my family taken by the Legion. I don't know if what we could even do. I mean, you got out before, so you should be able to get back in again. Yes, but
They've grown more powerful in the time since, and I don't want to rush into anything. I think it might be best to, well, just sit back and try to do a little bit more research.
No offense, buddy, but you've been doing research for about 1.5 years now, and, how well's that been going for you?
Fair point.
So, here's the deal. I need a guide. Need someone who knows the island, who can get the ins and outs of the Legion, who's got a good background, and someone can actually get me through that weird magic mist that surrounds the whole place. How do you, actually do that, by the way?
I shall tell you when the time is right.
Sounds good, but it sounds like what you need is some muscle, which I'm happy to provide, as well as someone who is willing to, you know, kick down the door when the situation calls for it.
I suppose you're right. If it is your mission to take down the Legion, then I shall join you. Who else are you aligned with?
Well, there's 2 of us in the party.
Who is the other one?
You!
Superb.
It's alright, though. We're gonna try to gather some more allies before we, make our escape down to, the island of Blackmist. Do you know anybody who might be useful?
There is one person... The sovereign of the nation of Helia. I've heard is on the run, and down south in Bagogu. He's known as something of a benevolent dictator, or benevolent tyrant. I wouldn't normally associate it with him myself, but, well, if anyone knows how to supplant a powerful enemy, it's going to be him.
Ruler of Helia's out and about already. Would not have expected him to be all the way out here. Would have thought, you know, the Arbiters would at least give me a heads up or something.
You know of the Arbiters?
I might be associated with the Arbiters, yes. Shink!
Bron shows off a small circle with an arrow through it, which is the symbol of the Arbiters. Fascinating. Interesting. So if we're with the Arbiters, and the Arbiters are sending... We might just be able to do it. Alright. Let's go and get this ruler of Helia. We'll see if we can find him and continue south.
Tell you what, since you know about the guy and kind of heard about where he is, how about you do that? I am going to take my raft and head south on my own, because I do not have enough supplies for both of us.
The Arbiters did not send you with more supplies.
Nope.
Alright. Fine, I guess in that case I shall meet you in Sokolku.
See you there. Bye.
The 2 of them split up, and went their separate ways. Leon was able to find a raft of his own, and Bron continued south, hurrying down towards it to get his much larger ship ready. They traveled throughout Majid Farg, through the mountainous area of Kalpug, mostly going past it because there's a bunch of religious weirdos there, and found themselves in Bagogu. Bron continued on towards Kalku, and Leon asked around for quite a while, trying to determine where this mysterious ruler of Helia could be. After some time, he was able to track this ruler to a spot in a small lake just off of the bogs. Alright. I'm told that he's supposed to be here, and yep, there's a giant lizard man with a mean look in his eye wearing some evil-looking armor. You called.
Yes, very, very sorry to disturb you. I'm very sorry.
Yes, get on with it. If you're sorry to disturb me, then certainly you will make a good use of my time and get this discussion over with.
I'm very sorry. My name is Leonard Mon.
Oh, kind of like Liam.
No, not like that. Not like that at all. Not like anyone you've ever heard of before.
You can just call me Leon. And I am trying to liberate the island of Blackmist from the Legion that has overtaken it. Pass!
Excuse me?
I said, pass. I have bigger things to worry about. I have to get back to my kingdom. I need to deal with a evil cult of my own. There's a lot going on right now. I don't have time for little fetch quests and things.
I mean, if you're supposed to be the king, yes?
Yes. My name is Kesh Helia Irushi. I am the first of Helia, the progenitor of the Helia Irushi line, the uniter of the Stolen Lands, enemy to those that would see my beautiful Helia felled. And unfortunately, I've had to take a bit of we'll call it a sabbatical, given the circumstances.
I'm surprised you're not at least traveling with a retinue of some kind.
Oh, you know how it is. They were incompetent, and they perished tragically. But you need not worry, I gave them a proper Irushi funeral rite. And yes, before you ask, they were delicious.
I didn't ask.
So, you want to go save Blackmist, and you're offering me nothing, is what I'm hearing.
Blackmist has many treasures. It's a magical island where magic is said to flow through the very air that is breathed. It is in the magical mist that surrounds the entire place, and lately it seems like it's been corrupted, so, you know, at least it's usable.
I'm not so interested in magic. What I need is an army.
I don't know if there's a standing army in Blackmist.
But there are certainly able-bodied fighters there, people who'd be willing to go where their ruler told them.
I'm not sure I like where you're going with this.
And I'm not sure you have much of a choice. How about this? It sounds like what you're going to do is overthrow the current leadership of the island of Blackmist.
They're an evil cult.
Yes, and they are leaders. They're providing something for the populace of Blackmist that you yourself, or whoever was there first, was not able to provide. It sounds to me like they're doing a better job than you would do.
They're doing some sort of evil nonsense to... I don't know why I even bothered.
You're bothering because you need help. So I'll make you a deal. I will assist you. I will lend you my knowledge in building up kingdoms, building up armed forces, taking down forces in places that have already been, we'll say, populated by others. I can turn you into a conqueror, and all I ask in exchange is that when we are done, you allow me to raise an army, march back to Helia, and kick those assholes out of my homeland.
It is not my place. It is not my place to offer such a thing. They are my people, yes, but I'm not their ruler or anything.
Then it sounds like we are already done here.
But wait. There must be something. Maybe I could talk to Arbiter Bron, and he could see. But
did you say the Arbiters?
You're familiar with them?
Everyone is familiar with the Arbiters. They stick their noses into anything they possibly can. They've got their fingers in a lot of pies. Are you telling me that the Arbiters are interested in this mission?
Yes, the Arbiters of Orcoshku, specifically.
You'd have a chance to get inside their good graces. I think we have something we can discuss here. Tell you what, I feel rude for not inviting you to have some dinner. Do you like seafood?
I do, but I don't see any fishing rods.
Oh, don't worry, that won't be an issue. You see, there's a rather large alligator who seems to be very territorial about another lizard in his territory. He's been trying to kill me for the past several days.
What?
Oh, look, there he is now.
You both hear a large as an alligator bursts out of the lake, and we are going to switch back. And we are going to take the initiative again. Let's see, Kesh, let's get you up here.
Excellent.
Gator's gonna go first. Once we try again with that battle music. There we go. You'll love to see it.
All right. Come at me, you overgrown handbag.
The alligator is going to lunge at you and try to take a bite out of you. Leon, when you are looking at this alligator, I know it says crocodile, don't pay attention to that. You do notice that this alligator does appear to be pretty severely injured. It's got these pock marks all over itself. It's actually doesn't have any like wounds that it's bleeding from, but it has clearly taken a lot of damage lately.
You're welcome.
Kesh is going to try to take a bite out of you. Oh, this should be good. .24, I assume, hits your AC? Yes, in fact, it does. Chomp! It's going to take a big bite of you, and then try to do a barrel roll and knock you on your ass. Let him try, but before he does that, I look deep into his eyes. I summon dark energies. My eyes glow purple, my frills stand on end, and I tell him, "You are unworthy to touch me!" Alright, at that moment, Leon, you see a dark purple energy filter out of Kesh's eyes and wrap around in this horrible, horrible mist, and just extrude itself from all over the orifices in Kesh's body. It wraps around the alligator, which seems to be racked with sudden pain. Holy hell. God, you people are weird. Don't knock it if it works. Alright, Kesh, go ahead and roll your damage. That's going to be a nice round 6 damage. Excellent. It is going to try to grab you as well, but it is going to fail at that. So, Kesh, you are going to take... Not too bad, only 9 points of damage. A pittance. Alright, but that is it for the alligator. Leon, you're up. I'm usually trying to solve things without violent conflict. Well, you're going to have to get over that very quickly, because we're about to take down an evil cult. Go! I'll do what I can. Don't tell me those claws are just for show. Kind of. Alright, I'm going to go around and at least try to flank this thing. Good enough. You step into the water, but you have enough movement to get there. I could try to intimidate it, of course. No, that probably won't work, and... Just hit it with your claws! Right. Slash! Leon slashes with his claws, and rolls a 4. Do better than that! I'm sorry! Natural 19 that time. That'll be enough. Go ahead and roll your 1d4. 1d4, come on! I got max damage, though. That's something. Yes, it is. The gator, in fact, will take max damage. Kesh, you are up. Let me show you how it's done. Kesh starts to flail his meteor hammers. It is a long chain that he was holding, and it's got a large, intricately molded ball at each end. It's kind of like a ball and chain, but the balls are on both sides. He swings them around. Kesh, what would you like to do? I'm going to do... I think making it prone is probably not too terribly good. Yes, I'm going to try to trip it. Go right ahead. Natural 17. Excellent. Yeah, you wrap your chains around this thing's snout and give it a yank, and suddenly it is on its back, flailing around like a turtle. Excellent. I'll give it a whack. Go ahead. That is a natural 20. Alright, go ahead and roll your damage. That is going to be a total of 17 damage. And then... the crocodile goes... go ahead. It takes that damage. It is barely clinging to life. I will then take a step back. Go right ahead. What are you doing? That will leave me in the open. Yes, it will. It will also get it to stop biting me. I already took the brunt of one attack. Alright, it is the gator's turn. It is going to stand up as its first action. And then it is going to... attempts to attack you, Leon. Fine. It's going to actually attack you twice. That's be 1 hit and 1 miss. What to take? Yikes, you can take 11 points of damage. and you seem to be bleeding profusely. Don't worry, I can finish it off. Then do so! Alright, it is attempting to grab you. Kesh, you want to take the next move? That I shall. Hey, Croc Boy. There's only room for one king lizard in this lake, and today is not your lucky day. I swing my meteor hammers around and strike it. Does a 17 hit? Yes, in fact it does hit this injured crocodile. You were able to do it. How would you like to do this? You see the meteor hammer swing around. On this long chain, the two balls on each end swing just past Leon's face as I go for a very wide arc. Hey! I'm going for style points here. You see it swing past your face and you realize the balls at the end are molded to look just like my head. That figures. I bring it down in one giant fell swoop, smash into this crocodile's head, splattering blood everywhere and coloring the water dark, dark, deep red. Well done. Alright, that is going to be the end of that combat. Let's go back to Happy Lake Music. Oh, my 4 or 5-year-old laptop is absolutely chugging. There, now we have enough meat to eat for, easily a week if it's well preserved. I suppose so. As poor as you were at, fighting, or distracting, or doing anything really useful, I do appreciate that you were willing to lay down your body to help me. That's what I always look for in an underling. I will not be your underling. Give it time. So, tell me more about this arbiter that you're working with. The two of them begin to prepare a meal. They carve up the alligator. Both of them with actually very skilled hands. They both seem like to know what they are doing, and they have a conversation about what has been going on. Leon catches Kesh all the way up with the story and what he has so far. So that's it. I'm going to be traveling with Arbiter Bron. I think he's some kind of barbarian or something. He didn't seem too bothered by getting stabbed. Alright, so what we have is a meathead, a bookworm, and an expert in overthrowing governments. That's actually almost enough to get us started. I guess that I'm glad to hear that, but what else is needed? Well, you see, we have the basics of kingdom management and enforcement covered. But we need both bread and circuses to win the populace. It's a harsh lesson that I've learned over time. I have not heard that expression before. Think about it. We've got some tough guys, we've got someone who can be behind the scenes and knows the lay of the land and everything. But we need someone who's going to be popular. Someone who loves the people with all of their heart. Someone who advocates for the citizenry by putting the citizens' comfort and joy above everything else, who truly believes that a happy life is the greatest good. You know, an idiot. It's a pretty grim view of the world. I've got a pretty grim view of most things, you'll find. Do you know where we might find someone like this? Yes, I had the misfortune of meeting a dancer in Sokolku. Fortunately, it shouldn't be too far from where we're meeting up at the pier. Do you think he'll come with us? I think if we offer him enough, he'll be sure to. But before we agree to this partnership, so you're agreeing to it then? I'm agreeing to it temporarily. You have something that I want, which is an in with the Arbiters, and I have something that you want, which is expertise. It is to our benefit to help each other. I understand. As I was saying, there's one more thing you should know. I am currently being pursued. It's nothing that I can't handle, but it might make your journey slightly more difficult. Knowing this, do you still wish to have me in your party? I appreciate your forthrightness, and I'm surprised that you wouldn't try to keep something like that hidden. I don't tell lies. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a liar. Lies are for the weak.
to hide their inadequacy. The strong will gladly bask in the truth.
Leon rolls his eyes. Be that as it may, I will go catch up with Bron and try to get things prepared. I shall see you in Sokolku.
I shall see you there.
The two of them again go their separate ways. They take some time to dry the meat, replenish their supplies. Don't have a lot of conversation with each other. For some reason, they don't seem to be getting along just as swimmingly as perhaps they would have hoped. But they continue to travel down the river towards Sokolku City, the main city in Sokolku, and arrive there probably about a week or so later. We're next going to join up with Kesh, who is in Sokolku City. He's drawn a lot of attention. There are not as many lizard folk in this area. And especially not as many wearing big heavy metal armor into the middle of a bar, much like he is. Kesh steps into the bar, ducking in from the busy city streets at about 8 p.m. Things aren't quite hopping yet, but people are starting to filter in to this place from their, from their daily jobs and everything. Kesh quickly realizes that he is in a much, much ritzier part of Sokolku than he originally thought. There's gold everywhere, fancy bar stools, beautiful reds. The entire building, in some ways, looks like it's on this magical golden fire. The smell of alcohol and old rags fills his nostrils, and he tries to cover his nose a bit. Try as he might, he's not really able to keep a low profile. But he does hang on at the edges and ask around for a particular dancer that he has seen at this tavern once before, someone who seems like he might be exactly what is needed. Alright, where the hell is that freak? He continues to look around, and doesn't see him, and starts to ask the bartender about one Pompeius Hardig that he had heard about before. Word gets around, Kesh orders a drink, and shortly thereafter, he is approached by a very, 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 very tall centaur. Hello, honey! Jesus. I'm already regretting everything. Buddy, you need to learn to live with a couple regrets. If you're not living with regrets, then you're not trying hard enough. And I can help you with a few regrets, let me tell you. I am happily mated. I will not need for services. Oh, then honey, why would you even be here? I'm in need of someone to be loved. So, like, you're like a cuck or something? What? No, absolutely not. Because I mean, like, I'll do it, but that is mighty generous of you. I hope your lover appreciates it. That's not what I meant at all. And my partners are kept very happy. So spill it! Spill the tea! Spill the juice! Spill the beer! Spill your gut! No, actually don't spill your guts. The cleaning fees are horrendous here. But here's the deal. I saw you, someone said you were looking for me, but trying to keep a low profile. Most people that are trying to get a hold of me want everyone to know that they can afford me, so I'm a little intrigued. Give me the skinny. Kesh fills in Pompeius with the story that he's had so far. He explains to him about the Arbiters, about the island of Blackmist, the magic there, the fact that they have a guide and an Arbiter to get there, but they need someone who can win people over. Honey, you have come to the right place. So you'll do it then. I mean, I'll do it for the right price. Leon told me that Blackmist is an area of treasures and significant magic. If we are able to get some magical items there, you could sell enough things to be set for life. That sounds good enough to me. I will join you on one other condition. What is that? You need to defeat me in the ancient art of gladiatorial dance contest! Ugh! Oh, Maestro! Hit us with something snappy, please!
Hey everybody, come watch! This big lizard's gonna dance!
I'd never agreed to such a thing.
Oh, honey. You're going to do it.
Fine.
Some of the music starts playing, and you hear things starts. I asked for snapping music. Is it gonna pick up? I certainly hope so. Speaking of which, GM, I think we need. This is gonna be a skill challenge or something, so we need you to pop back in here. Hey. All right, so they play some slow music to start out with, but then it slowly begins to pick up. Oh, look at that timing. Alright, challengers first, then. You see the entire bar gathering around you, starting to clap. They know that they are in for a treat, and some of them are already getting their wallets out to throw money, presumably at Pompeius.
Alright, I will do a small jig of my people.
Go ahead and make a performance roll.
Not bad, that is a 19 total.
Very nice. People are impressed. They see that you are dancing around in very heavy armor and are able to, keep beat with the lutes and all the instruments that are currently playing. Not bad at all. You might be onto something here. You might actually win with moves like that. After all, I've got 2 left hooves. Tee-hee-hee-hee-hee, centaur joke. Alright, I hit him with the midnight special. I dance and I'm just very, very slutty about it. And that is going to be a 25. All right. Yeah, Pompeius, you are able to take off little pieces of your armor. You're able to kind of slink pieces off it, slip out of it, and people are already going gaga for you, as they should. Round 2. Come on, best of 3, buddy. Let's see what we got.
All right.
All right. Kesh, go ahead.
I shall do the Helia celebration dance. It's a little bit more reserved, but we did it at our founding ceremony, and we've been doing it every year since. Mwah! That's a 10.
The audience cools to you quick. They're not booing, per se, but they're kind of like waiting for you to get done until Pompeius can take over again. My turn! Ooh, that is going to be a 21. Don't worry, honey, it's not over till it's over. Last round is the one that counts.
Then why did you make me dance the first couple times?
Because it's fun. Alright, Pompeius dances around much more merrily. Fireworks go off in the background. There are sparklers, beautiful lights, shining, glistening off your golden armor, off all the gemstones that you have inlaid in your armor. Don't worry, the gemstones are fake. Way too easy for them to get stolen. So I imagine. Alright, it is round 3. Kesh, you're up.
Fine. If they want sexy, I'll do sexy. I strip off my armor piece by piece, revealing my toned and muscular body. I got an 11.
Well, in some ways you're an 11 out of 10. In other ways you're an 11 out of 20. Ha ha ha! Mid!
I try harder. I go harder.
Oh, but it's my turn.
No, I will. I will.
Go ahead and roll again.
Haha, 13. It is a 13.
Yeah, you are pouring your heart and soul into it, and it's getting a little bit better, I guess.
Fine, I go and sit by the bar and fume.
Alright, Pompeius, all eyes are on you. Ladies, men's, and non-binary friends, for my last act, I shall concede! Kesh is the winner!
What?
The crowd doesn't really know what to think, but they quickly burst into applause at what a class act you are.
What? I don't understand.
Kesh, they continue to cheer, and actually you get some cheers, and a few people are yelling at you to, hey, could you please put your shirt back on? I'm finding it very upsetting.
You may not like it, but this is what the ideal male body looks like.
Alright. So with that, Kesh, you have technically won the dance contest. Alright, that's enough. Settle down, everybody. Real show's gonna begin a little bit later.
Why did you do that?
Well, Despite your, we'll call it rough exterior, you seem to be doing things for a good reason.
My reasons are entirely self-serving, and I'm trying to rescue my own kingdom so I can regain power.
Yeah, it's a good reason, like I said. So, I thought, you know what? This might be fun. I have been intensely bored around here, and I could go for, another tour of the whole of Magic Varg, but I really don't want to freeze my tits off up on Kalboog again. You don't want to see a shivering... You don't want to see me in the cold. Let's just say there's some shrinkage.
Fine, but if you wanted to come anyway, then why did you make me go through that whole dance routine?
Honey, it's not about the dancing, it's not about the routine. It's about what's in your heart. It's about knowing whether or not you have the drive and the courage and the belief in the things that can really make the world a better place. And you have absolutely none of that, which means you are gonna be super desperate! And the desperate guys always pay more. The desperate men, specifically. So anyway, yeah, let's get going. I am in it for the funsies, and let's conquer an island or something. Ha! I said ha!
You're lying.
What are you talking about?
You said you're in it for the funsies. I don't believe you.
Oh, wow, yeah. I'm a liar, me! No, never! Yeah, I absolutely love you. Yeah, you should absolutely get back together with your ex. It's a wonderful idea. I'm really feeling something between us. We're going to get along swimmingly.
What are you saying?
I'm saying the same lie that I tell my clients. Yes, we all have secrets, honey. You're gonna have to get used to that if you're traveling with me. But the important bit is, I'm in, let's go, do you have a big-ass boat?
Bron should be arranging that for us down at the docks right now. I think we should probably get going very soon. You may finish your performance or whatever.
No, I've already run up a huge tab and I really don't feel like paying it. At that moment, you hear there's a bit of a ruckus on the opposite side of the bar. And actually a waiter interrupts you, Kesh.
Pardon me, sir.
There is someone named Xylak the Cleaver
Who is, looking for you. He appears to be a goblin wearing some kind of armor and has a rather large, knife-like object.
We're leaving now. We're leaving now immediately.
Don't have to tell me twice. Let's go! Alright, you're both able to sneak out of the bar. Where do you head?
To the pier, of course! You should know that by now.
Very well. Alright. Bring that up. Nope, not swamps. There we go. There we go. There we are. All right. Pomp and Kesh. You make yourselves down to the pier. The pier is absolutely bustling right now. It's again the early evening here. It's a little bit busier than you would expect it to be. A lot of news of big shipments and things are coming in. The dock workers are rushing because they want to get home and see their families, or oh, they can stop by the bar and try to see me. Yes, Pomp, they could try to see you as well. But you arrive at the Orcoshku Harbors, and there's an argument actually that draws your attention at one of the boats down towards the end of the pier. There's several dock workers that are standing in front of one person you recognize, Kesh. You see Leon is there, as well as Bron, and is preventing them from entering the boat.
Alright, we approach them.
Alright, you come in as they are having their argument.
I don't see what the problem is. Bron has an Arbiter badge. He also gave you the correct account number for Head Arbiter Marin in Orcoshku. Why can't you just give us the boat? We're in something of a hurry. Yeah, but he didn't have the proper paperwork, and I'm just trying to do my job, sir. I don't see what the issue is. Yeah, I mean, come on, they'll be fine. Marin's good for it. You know her. She rents boats all the time. I'm really sorry, sir, but if you don't have the right paperwork, I can't let you on. Don't worry. We sent a fish mail just a moment ago to, contact Head Arbiter Marin and make sure everything is on the up and up. You sent a fish mail? You sent a fish mail? Just now? Yeah, it should be, I'm sure she's going to get it and respond to us back in a day. Today is going to be way too long. We are in a hurry. We have got to get going. This is the arbiter you promised me. He did a good job of arranging everything. Right now, it's just a single piece of paperwork. It's forgivable. We've all forgotten paperwork before, sweetie. We all forget all sorts of things. It's fine. It'll be okay. We need to get going. Zylak is nearby, and I would not like to be here when he finds me. It's fine! It's fine. I'm not convinced that it's going to be fine, but we will get it figured out. Just give me another moment. Ballat, help me. I'm shoving off with an idiot barbarian, a timid rogue, and a feckless bard. Oh? Barbarian? Yes, I believe he's talking about you. I'm not a barbarian. I'm a champion of the Lubo, the Codex of Growth. I figured, champion, rogue, fighter, bard, we'd have a good mix. What? But you said you were going into a rage during that last combat. I said I was feeling rage. I mean, I'm allowed to have feelings, aren't I? Just because you're a rogue doesn't mean you have to be brooding all the time. You can be happy, like that guy over there. I'm not a rogue. I'm also a champion. I specifically worship Ivarik, the Codex of Learning. I really hope that doesn't bother you, Kesh. Why in the world would it bother me that you worship Ivarik? No, I just mean that you have two holy men that you're traveling with. Because you seem to be some sort of, warlock or something. You were using some sort of dark power on that alligator. I am a champion of Ballat, the Codex of Law and Hierarchy, you idiot. I was putting that creature in his place. We're not all goody two-shoes like you are. I do not wear shoes. You know what I mean? I was using Ballat's power to establish my superiority over that gator. He gives me power. I don't just... It's not all healing hands and what I have you, and... Oh, Lord Pompeius. Let me guess, you're not really a bard, are you? Nope! Okay, then what are you? I'm a horsey! So, yeah, I'm a champion too. Sorry. Worship champion, champion of Doena. She's the, champion of partying. He loves him some good drugs, so if you need some good stuff, let me know. Champion party! Yoo! Well... Shit. Just then, you spot someone in the crowds. There is a large leshy, a plant person that, whose head looks like a Venus flytrap. They're making this horrible noise and slithering towards you. That's one of Zylak's marshals, and a cruel one at that. We're leaving now. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. Look, buddy, we need to get out of here now. Apparently, my new friend here has some folks that he isn't so friendly with. Really trying to do what we can. Bron, go ahead and make one more diplomacy check. I rolled a 6. If I add, it's not going to be enough. That is correct, it's not enough. Kesh, I realize that you're in a hurry, but we don't even have enough supplies for the ship yet. And the workers are pretty adamant about not letting you go. You see the Leshy kind of pushing through the crowds. Some people are starting to scream, actually. It does not seem they're being very polite. I have to do everything around here. I step up to the dock workers. How many of them did you say there were? There are 5 of them. Perfect. Look here, you sons of bitches. If that Leshy catches up to me, it's going to be a goddamn bloodbath. If you don't want your blood mixed in with them, I suggest you let us go right now. Kesh making good use of the group coercion and quick coercion feats. Go ahead and roll intimidation. That is a 25. The dock workers all kind of look at each other. Yeah, whatever you want. Yeah, we'll get it sorted out with Marin. Yeah, you know what, you can do it. Good, everyone get on the ship right now. You're scared.
We should probably be leaving right now. They all rush aboard the ship as the lessee shrieks after them. The dockworkers quickly shove them off, and from about 100 feet away, you hear a loud shrieking call of...
See? Told you everything would be fine. We got a boat, and we're on our way.
And I think that is where we are going to leave things today. So, that is going to be it for episode 1 of Champions of Blackmist. As we wrap up, I want to do a really quick thank you to a couple people. Thank you to Fernandius for making the PNGs for all of our characters. Big thanks to Tabletop Audio for providing the background music, as well as... actually, I think is what it is. Link in the description. For the use of the background images, all of them are royalty-free. All the links are in the description, so be sure to check all those folks, especially Fernandius. Really great guy. Go commission him. So thank you so much for joining us again for episode 1 of Champions of Blackmist. Gonna try to do this again next week at 8:30. Any and all feedback is welcome, so let me know what you thought. Thanks so much.
Bye, everybody.